Well, Henry, it's been a while since we've seen you. Why don't you start by just telling, probably everybody on our live stream doesn't know what Remedy Organics is. I know about it because you were in our New Beverage Showdown, of course, our last New Beverage Showdown in New York. So why don't you tell people what Remedy Organics is up to?
Remedy Organics is a great tasting health and wellness platform. It's a line of plant-based protein beverages, clean label ingredients, all organic, and high function, really meaningful ingredients where there's high function in the product as well.
So back at the original New Beverage Showdown, you brought a few different flavors, and you've reformulated a bit. Talk to us about that.
Well, I just want to tell you, Mike, the experience of being in the New Beverage Showdown for us was pivotal. We were pre-launch, we had done some testing, but the feedback we got from yourself and the other judges really helped us make some changes to the brand, and the launch has been phenomenal. We've changed the packaging quite a bit.
The green is less green now.
It's
a green that I recognize.
That was for you. That was all yours.
Sorry about that.
I know you love that matcha.
I do love the matcha. So, talk to me about what's in the product and how did you get it from an idea into the bottle?
Sure. Well, it evolved. My wife is a nutritionist, and she had launched a juice cleanse, and the juice cleanse ended up going to retail from D2C, but there was a line of juices. But dinner on her cleanse was a protein beverage, alt dairy protein beverage. And that had very quickly, over the last 18 months, become our #1 selling SKU. And when it surpassed our green juice as a top selling item, we started to take notice, and we realized there was a real opportunity in this segment of the market outside of juice. We sat with Cyrus and his team at Dora's and realized there was a true opportunity in this category. The consumers were underserved, and Remedy Organics grew out of this functional juice business that we had. That's how we got here.
It's fascinating. So talk to me a little bit about, you're a startup co-founder, started this business with your wife, and you guys have been on this journey. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you've learned along the way, some things that have gone really well for you that you didn't expect, and maybe some things that haven't gone the way you drew them up.
Sure. I don't know where to start, but I would say really.
We got a lot of entrepreneurs out there that you can help right now.
Yeah, I think most importantly on the distribution side, we had a lot of experience with our juice business, with some of the smaller DSDs as well as broad channel, Unify, and others. But getting with Cyrus and his team at Dora's. With great DSD has really been also pivotal for us in terms of building it and really letting them dictate in terms of best practices for launching a new brand, which we followed. And at this point, we're growing very quickly. The brand is in over 500 doors. We launched it in September. And we just rolled out in Wegmans last week, which is exciting. So, 2018, also a lot of real exciting innovation coming down the pipe, and some real expansion.
Anything you can talk about?
Not yet, but probably by the time.
All right,
we'll
take you off the hook from that. Let's talk about a really important piece of any beverage is the ability to connect with that beverage on a brand level. What's the Remedy Organics brand stand for, and how do you pay that off in every sip?
Sure. It's all about functional nutrition, and we saw that consumers were underserved and had to make a compromise. There was this gap in the market, and in our deck we've got an axis, and the north-south axis is nutrition and function, and the east-west axis is flavor. And what we saw on most of the plant-based protein beverages that were out there, they were very low in flavor, very low on nutrition, and you had to make a compromise. And we decided we could put this in that upper right-hand quadrant. Consumers wouldn't have to sacrifice and really get meaningful ingredients. What we do is we list all of our ingredients front and center on the label, but we also link those ingredients to the functional benefits so consumers can really understand, what does maca do for me? What does ashwagandha do?
What does maca do?
Maca is amazing. Maca is amazing. And, the flavors, matcha became our #1 selling item. We put it in the line because Cindy loved matcha. We didn't realize you'd love it as much as you do, and others, but it's our #1 selling item.
Oh, really? So that was, so wait a minute. Your number one selling flavor was, we're just going to give this one a try?
So
What do you recommend someone, if somebody's going to try Remedy Organics, what's the purest try? Like, what should you start with?
I love the cacao. The cacao essentials is amazing. There's Peruvian raw cacao nibs in there. There's the ashwagandha cacao powder as well. It's just, it's the best thing in the line, in my opinion. I drink at least one every day.
Phenomenal. So talk to us a little bit about your go-to-market, perhaps your marketing strategy. What's next for Remedy Organics? I see you guys doing a lot of Instagram, and obviously
Right.
we interact there. So,
Sure.
Because I'm like a fanboy, a bit of a fanboy, I suppose.
I appreciate it. We love your comments. What's next is we have a very managed rollout plan. Really just going an inch wide and a mile deep in the Northeast and owning that market, working out some of the kinks, and then very quickly expanding beyond that region to some of the surrounding regions, and then moving towards a full national rollout in mainstream channels.
So speaking of expansion, did I see something about some new SKUs? Kids SKUs, perhaps?
We're working on a number of things. Can't get into too much detail yet, but we would love to be back to talk to you about that.
Let's just ask this question. How do you make the decision when it's time to do new SKUs? Like, how do you know that, okay, we're ready to expand beyond what we've got in front of us already?
Our innovation pipeline is really dictated by our consumers. And everything that we've done has come from consumers who say, we love your products, we'd love to see this, we'd love to see that. And we look at it, and that's how we kind of come up with our hit list of where we're going next and what we're going to do. And we're trying to stay tight and not get too far afield.
Right,
and
right.
As an entrepreneur, for the entrepreneurs out there, that's one of the biggest challenges
It's
in
really
building
hard,
a company,
right, to stay
is
focused.
not chasing that shiny object, right?
Squirrel!
Too far. But we're trying to stay true to the core and really react to what our consumers want, and that's how we really focus around our innovation pipeline.
So the next generation, you were in the New Beverage Showdown. The next
Right.
generation of New Beverage Showdown contestants is out there right now. What would you tell them in terms of preparation and building that story?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them? Because you guys did a great job.
Thank you. Really just be yourself, be true, and talk about what's important for the brand. Don't try to make it sound sexier than it is. Just what's important, because what we've learned with this is it resonates. It resonates with consumers, and if you have a great product with the right ingredients and a level of integrity in your product, it will come through. But if there's a lot of flash and a lot of smoke and mirrors, consumers see through that. They want authenticity in a brand, and just get up there and talk about what's great about your product, what's great about you as a team, and why the brand is going to go places.
And this is definitely an example of the founders being the seed of the brand. You guys really live your product, and I think of you when I think about Remedy Organics. So thanks so much for being on, Henry. It was
Appreciate
great having you.
us. Thanks so
My
much.
pleasure. My pleasure.